Hello everyone, welcome back to Elite Tales. Here we discover the emotional and captivating stories about Elon Musk. In this video, we will capture the heartwarming moments of famous entrepreneur. Before we begin, I request you that please subscribe our channel for more interesting videos. Elon Musk was driving down a quiet street in Los Angeles, his mind lost in thought after a long day of meetings. Suddenly, a thud interrupted his reverie. Slamming on the brakes, he quickly looked around and saw a small, injured puppy lying on the road. Without a second thought, Elon rushed out of the car, kneeling beside the tiny creature. It was a scruffy little pup, its body twisted in pain. The fear in its eyes was unmistakable. With a soft voice, he whispered, "Hey there, you're going to be okay." The puppy, despite its obvious pain, seemed to trust him immediately. Elon carefully picked the puppy up, holding it gently in his arms. "I've got you," he said quietly, determined to make sure it didn't suffer any longer. He sped to the nearest animal hospital, hoping and praying that the little one would survive. Inside the hospital, the vet rushed to help. Elon stayed close by, watching anxiously as the staff worked on the puppy. They confirmed that the dog was injured with broken ribs and deep bruises. But the little one had the will to fight, and that gave Elon hope. Days passed, and Elon visited the puppy every day. He named it Hobart. With each visit, the bond between them grew stronger. Hobart's tail wagged a little more, and his fearful eyes began to soften. Elon would sit beside him, offering comfort and whispering words of encouragement. "You're strong, Hobart," he would say. "You're going to make it." As Hobart began to heal physically, Elon saw something remarkable in him. An incredible resilience, a will to live that mirrored Elon's own. He knew that this puppy had been through so much, but there was a spark in his eyes that couldn't be extinguished. One day, the vet informed Elon that Hobart was ready to go home. It was a moment Elon had been waiting for, the day that the puppy he had helped heal would finally be free of the hospital and ready to start a new life. Elon took Hobart home with him, a tiny, resilient puppy now in his arms. At home, Hobart quickly adjusted. He became part of the Musk family, bringing laughter, warmth, and joy into their lives. He was no longer just a stray puppy. He was a beloved companion, a constant reminder of what love and kindness could accomplish. As the weeks turned into months, Hobart grew stronger, more confident, and his playful personality began to shine through. Elon often found himself marveling at how far Hobart had come, how this small, injured puppy had found a new life, and how their bond had brought healing to them both. As the weeks turned into months, Hobart grew stronger, more confident, and his playful personality began to shine through. Elon often found himself marveling at how far Hobart had come, how this small, injured puppy had found a new life, and how their bond had brought healing to them both. What had once been a fearful, frail creature was now a bouncing, joyful dog who greeted every new day with enthusiasm. Elon couldn't help but smile when Hobart woke him up every morning, his small paws tapping at the bedroom door, eager to start the day. The little dog had transformed into a constant source of light, filling their home with warmth and love. Hobart had found his place not only in the Musk family's hearts, but in Elon's own. There was something about the puppy's spirit that reminded Elon of the importance of resilience, how even in the face of adversity, one could rise, heal, and thrive. Hobart's journey was not just one of physical healing, but also a testament to emotional strength, something Elon began to reflect on more and more as their days together stretched on. One afternoon, as Elon sat in his study, Hobart hopped up onto the couch beside him, curling up with a contented sigh. Elon reached down to pet him, feeling the warmth of his soft fur. "You've really come a long way, haven't you, buddy?" Elon murmured, his voice tinged with emotion. Hobart looked up at him with those big, trusting eyes, the same eyes that had once been filled with fear and confusion. Now, those eyes reflected joy and comfort, as if he knew, without a doubt, that he was safe and loved. It was incredible how much they had both grown, how much they had healed. Elon had always been someone who was driven by a vision of a better future, a future that he hoped to shape through his work, through innovation, and through leadership. But Hobart had shown him something different, something he hadn't anticipated: the power of simple, everyday kindness. As Elon thought about it, he realized that the joy Hobart had brought into his life wasn't just the result of the puppy's recovery. It was about the shared experience between them, the quiet moments, the playfulness, the gentle companionship that only an animal could provide. Hobart's unconditional affection reminded Elon of something he had always known deep down. No matter how busy or difficult life became, there was always time for love, for connection, for being present with the ones who needed you. Hobart's transformation had also affected Elon's outlook on life. His work had always been about building a future, but now he began to see the importance of building relationships in the present, of truly seeing those around him, whether they were human or animal. And that included Hobart, who had quietly changed him in ways that were impossible to put into words. The more Elon reflected on Hobart's journey, the more he realized that the puppy had not just healed physically. He had healed something in Elon too. It was as if the small creature had taught him to slow down, to appreciate the little things, and to be more open to the raw, unfiltered moments of life. On one of their evening walks, Elon looked down at Hobart, who trotted happily beside him, tail wagging with every step. It was a simple moment, but one that spoke volumes. "You've given me more than I could have ever imagined," Elon said softly, his voice barely above a whisper. Hobart barked happily, as if in response, before running off to chase a nearby butterfly, his playful energy filling the air. Elon laughed to himself, grateful for the joy Hobart brought him. It was as if, in that moment, he understood that life wasn't just about the work or the goals. It was about the relationships you formed along the way, the bonds you nurtured, and the love you gave and received. Their bond became a topic of discussion among Elon's friends and colleagues. Many of them had witnessed the transformation of the once injured puppy, and they often marveled at how much he had changed. Some asked how he managed to find the time for Hobart amidst his demanding schedule, and Elon's response was always the same: "You make time for the things that matter most." It wasn't long before Hobart became something of a symbol for Elon, a symbol of the power of love, care, and second chances. Elon shared Hobart's story with the world, spreading the message that even the smallest act of kindness could create ripples that reached far beyond what one could ever imagine. Through Hobart's story, Elon became an advocate for animal rescue, encouraging others to adopt, foster, and provide a better life for animals in need. He worked with local shelters, using his platform to raise awareness about the importance of treating animals with kindness and compassion. Elon knew that his influence could be used for more than just technological advancements and business successes. He had the ability to change lives, not just with his inventions, but with his actions. And Hobart, the little puppy who had once been abandoned and injured, had shown him the way. Hobart's journey of healing didn't stop with him. As word of his recovery spread, people everywhere were inspired. The story of the stray puppy, who had been saved by one of the world's most influential figures, became a beacon of hope. Shelters saw a rise in adoptions. Animals that had been neglected or abandoned were given a second chance, and people began to realize that even in a world full of challenges, kindness could change everything. Hobart's journey of healing didn't stop with him. As word of his recovery spread, people everywhere were inspired. The story of the stray puppy who had been saved by one of the world's most influential figures became a beacon of hope. Shelters saw a rise in adoptions. Animals that had been neglected or abandoned were given a second chance, and people began to realize that, even in a world full of challenges, kindness could change everything. Across the globe, people were sharing Hobart's story, from social media posts to news articles that captured the hearts of millions. His journey was more than just about survival. It became a symbol of resilience and the power of compassion. It reminded everyone that, no matter how small or insignificant a creature might seem, their life mattered, and with just a little love, they could flourish in ways that no one could have predicted. Elon, watching the ripple effect of Hobart's story, realized that the influence of this tiny dog had reached far beyond anything he could have imagined. He wasn't just a symbol for animal rescue. Hobart was a living testament to the idea that small acts of kindness could have a monumental impact. Elon had always believed in the power of innovation to change the world, but Hobart had shown him that sometimes the greatest changes come not from technology or invention, but from love and empathy. As more animals were adopted and more shelters received the care and attention they needed, Elon knew it wasn't just the puppy's story that was making a difference. It was the message behind it. People everywhere were choosing to be kinder, more compassionate, and more aware of the lives they could change simply by opening their hearts. One day, Elon visited a local shelter to see firsthand the impact of the growing movement. The shelter had received an influx of donations, and its staff were working tirelessly to care for the animals who had once been forgotten. The walls, once bleak, now echoed with the sound of wagging tails and hopeful barks. The sight was a reflection of the transformation that had taken place, not just in the shelter, but in the hearts of the people who had been inspired by Hobart's recovery. Standing there, surrounded by so many animals who had been given a second chance, Elon couldn't help but feel emotional. He had never imagined that a small puppy, once on the brink of death, could spark such a monumental shift in the way people viewed kindness and empathy. The world, it seemed, was finally beginning to recognize that every life, no matter how small, was valuable. Hobart had not only changed Elon's life, but now he was changing the lives of so many others, simply by being himself. At the shelter, Elon spent time speaking with the staff, hearing their stories, and listening to the families who had adopted pets and found love and companionship in the most unexpected places. One family, a mother and her 2 children, had adopted a senior dog who had spent years in the shelter. The children, with tears in their eyes, spoke about how the dog had brought joy into their home, helping them heal from the loss of their father. Their story, like so many others, was a testament to the healing power of animals. Elon smiled, knowing that this was just the beginning. As more people were touched by Hobart's journey, more lives were being changed in ways that couldn't be measured. It wasn't just about the act of adoption. It was about the transformation that happened in the hearts of those who made the decision to give love to an animal in need. But the impact didn't stop there. Elon began to see how Hobart's story was not only influencing people's views on animal adoption, but also on their approach to kindness in every area of life. People were learning that a single act of compassion could create a ripple effect that touched more lives than one could ever imagine. In businesses, schools, and even neighborhoods, people were finding ways to incorporate kindness into their daily lives. Strangers began to help each other more. People started volunteering, giving more of their time, their resources, and their energy to causes they believed in. Hobart had proven that it was the small, everyday actions that made the most significant difference in the world. As Elon continued to witness this transformation, he felt a sense of responsibility. He knew he had to do more. While he had already used his platform to raise awareness for Hobart and the rescue animals, he wanted to make a larger impact. He began to push for broader change, working with organizations to support animal rights, improve conditions in shelters, and educate people on the importance of kindness. He even set up a foundation dedicated to improving the lives of both animals and the people who cared for them. Through this foundation, Elon was able to fund programs that helped shelters across the country and support adoption initiatives that paired rescue animals with loving families. It became clear that Hobart's story had sparked something much bigger than a personal journey. It had become a movement, People from all walks of life were coming together, united by the simple yet powerful truth that kindness could change everything. And at the heart of it all was Hobart, the small stray puppy who had captured the hearts of millions and transformed an entire world's perspective. As time passed, Hobart grew older, and though he wasn't the playful, energetic puppy he had once been, he had become a wise, gentle companion to Elon. Every night, after a long day, they would sit together on the porch, watching the stars, reflecting on the journey they had taken together. There was a peacefulness in those moments, a reminder that no matter where life took them, they had each other, and they had changed the world. And in those quiet moments, Elon couldn't help but think about how far they had come. From that fateful day when Hobart had been abandoned, broken and alone, to the moment when he sat by his side, happy and whole. They had both been given second chances. They had both found something worth fighting for: love, connection, and the belief that no matter how dark the world seemed, there was always hope. Hobart's journey had become a symbol of love's incredible power to heal, to transform, and to bring people together. And as the years passed, that message continued to spread, one person, one family, and one rescued animal at a time. Through it all, Hobart never knew the full extent of his impact. He was simply a dog, living the life he had been given, finding joy in the simple pleasures and the love that surrounded him. But Elon knew. He knew that the little puppy who had once been so fragile had given them all something priceless. The reminder that love, in all its forms, was truly the greatest force in the universe. If Hobart's story touched your heart, remember that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. A simple gesture can change someone's life, and just like Hobart, you have the power to be the change the world needs. If you were moved by this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us in spreading love, hope, and kindness, because together, we can make the world a better place. Elon Musk's journey with Hobart is a powerful reminder that love and kindness are the true forces that shape our world. So, next time you see a stray puppy, remember Hobart's story, and think about how a simple act of compassion can change a life forever. After all, you never know. You might just be the one who helps write someone else's heartwarming story. And that's the story of how a small, injured stray puppy changed the life of one of the world's most influential figures. If this story moved you, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more heartwarming tales, and share it with your friends. Let's spread the message that no matter who you are, kindness can make a world of difference. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.